Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm here on this beautiful Sunday morning at the campground where I stay off one of the nature trails. I'm joined with my beautiful baby Bella here behind me, and my two new additions to our family, Leo and Shadow, which are behind the laptop here in the stroller. And they seem to be resting at this point in time, so we'll leave them be. They have been little terrors lately to me. Literally last night I did not get much sleep between them and a dog here in the park barking all night long. But it's, like I said, a beautiful Sunday morning, so we're not going to let this go to waste. Anyway, I've had some requests for some more information about me and Bella and my son and our animals, our lifestyle, what we're about, what we're trying to accomplish. So I figured this video might touch on that a little bit. So, like I said, this is Bella. I'm Michael. Bella's about 7 years old. I got her about 6.5, 7 years ago when she was thrown out of a moving vehicle basically in front of me out in Newport Richey. So it's a very long story. We're going to leave it at that, but Bella has been my everything since. Me and her both have undergone very significant surgeries the past few months. Hers was early March, I believe, or maybe February. I'm not exactly sure on the dates. My memory is horrible. I've been hit by 2 cars when I was younger, and the second one I was under the hood of another car working on it, helping an old lady broke down in the middle of US Highway 19 when it was rear-ended at 80 miles an hour. And needless to say, I'm lucky to be alive today, many times over. That is just one of many stories I have to tell. Like I said, another long story will come at another time, another video, I'm sure. So I have lots of stories. Especially, I was homeless for many years, and the struggles of being homeless. I hope to get out there one day, and I'm actually hoping to write a book one day on my struggles and my life, and hoping that it will change somebody's life for the better, or maybe even these videos will. If it helps you in any way, or that's all I've been about my whole life, even being struggling. No matter how much of a struggle I'm in, there's somebody in a much worse struggle than me. I know that. So I'm always given, even in the position I'm in the position I was in before. I'm not in that bad of a position, I don't think, right now, even though I'm living in a tent still. I've got a lot of blessings going for me. I've got my son back in my life. I've got a almost semi-temporary permanent roof, whatever you want to call it, over my head, where we live in a tent, but we have a lease for a campsite where we've signed it for a year. So I just feel like we got so much going for us right now. We have a lot of appliances now that have been donated to us thanks to a lot of generous people and us working our butts off. Whether it be me out panhandling or my son doing his fishing for his charter company that he works for, or little side jobs that we get from time to time from our friends or neighbors or whatever we get. So we are not afraid to work as hard as we can. I just had surgery also recently in March, the end of March, right after my birthday, and which they removed 4 vertebrae out of my neck and put a bunch of metal in there. So I cannot lift very much. I cannot, not supposed to be doing very much, although I'm doing a lot more than I should be. And it's just hard not to. And if anybody's been in this position, they know, especially in the position I'm in, on top of that, being basically homeless, living in a tent. It's not the easiest thing. There's a lot of bending, lifting, and twisting, and stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing. So my son helps a lot, and I give him credit for all that he does. And he's been a blessing to me, being back in my life now. So I don't know, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him right now. So that's the truth. I give thanks and blessings to the Lord and to everybody that has helped me along the way. And it's been a lot of you out there that have helped. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to also make this YouTube channel, was to give thanks to everybody, to show everybody how well I'm doing, the progress I've made in my life, um, and had come so far, so far from, especially where I was a year ago, where I was 5, 10 years ago. Um, a lot of you that know me know I lost Jackie, the love of my life, about 8 years ago, just before I got Bella. And she died of a massive stroke, and it was not easy for me. I basically lost my mind over it. At the same time, I was already grieving from the loss of my mom and my grandmother. So, just a very hard time for me. Very hard time for me to remember. I don't like to, generally. I try not to remember the bad stuff about it. I just try to remember the good things, as I'm sure anybody does. So, we're going to move on. Anyway, it's a beautiful day out here today. And well, sorry about the little bit of a pause there, everyone, but I had to kind of compose myself and decided to go ahead and spend some time with the babies for a few minutes, because, like I said, Bella's the reason I'm here. She's got me through a lot. She really has. She's been there for me through thick and thin, and extra thin, extra thin, through stuff I never thought I'd ever make it through. She is a blessing, a lifesaver, all in one. And like I said, she is my everything. She is just so beautiful and loving, and she has actually become a surrogate mama to these little guys. This is Shadow, who is, I'm guessing, about 6 weeks old, we believe. She's a little bit of an extra small girl. We don't know if she's got some worms going on with her. We just recently wormed her yesterday. So, hoping that we can get her to start growing some more again and come back. But she's just, she's still eating good. She plays well, but she's a little bit more lethargic than the other kittens. There's 3 of them all together. I've only got 2 of them. And there's somebody else here at the park that has one of the other ones. Like I said, the other 2, one's a male, Leo, that I have. This is a female, Shadow. The other one is a female that the other girl has. And don't remember the other one's name right now. Like I said, my memory is absolutely horrible, especially when it comes to names. Names are one of the worst things for me. But anyway, this is Shadow. She is absolutely awesome. I love her. She stays with me basically 24/7 since I've gotten her. I got her a little bit after Leo. Somebody else had her for a little bit and I realized she wasn't doing very well, so they brought her to me. So we've got her eating well now. She had diarrhea, severe diarrhea, when I first got her. So basically that's cleared up now. Like I said, they're eating really well. They're off the bottle completely. They're on wet food. Leo's actually eating some dry food. She's tried it a few times, but has still shied away from it. I just don't know if she's actually got the developed teeth, or I know she's got the jaw strength and the teeth because she's bit me a few times, but for some reason she just is staying away from the dry food. So I just don't know if she's able to chew it right or what. If it's that, or she just prefers the wet food. So, but like I said, we wormed them. We're going to try to get them to a vet here in the next couple weeks. That is one of the reasons why we're making these videos also, is because, like I said, we're struggling. These babies need care. Bella's care is basically taken care of. There's a bunch of people that always look out for Bella and have been for many years. And this is, like I said earlier, I give thanks to so many people, because without them I wouldn't be here. Bella wouldn't be here. There's just so many people that have stepped up throughout the years that have helped us. And we are just so grateful for that. And this is our plea for help again. I've never had to do this. I've thought about it. People have told me to, and I thought, well, it's just YouTube. I don't have time for that. And at the time, I was too busy worrying about where's my next meal coming from, or where am I going to be able to sleep tonight, where the cops are not going to run me off from, And every 5 minutes, I was basically being run around, being homeless, and I'd sit down somewhere before my butt could even hit the ground or hit the seats. I'm being told to move along, or being yelled at, or having threatened with the police, or have the police show up on me, you know, and it's just, and I get it, you know, not everybody's like me, you know, I'm a very considerate person. I don't leave a mess. I clean up of every place. It's cleaner when I leave than when I got there. That's what I've always prided myself on. If I've stayed somewhere when I was homeless, it was cleaner when I left than when I got there. But not everybody's like that. 99% of the other homeless are very trashy, very messy, don't give a crap about anybody else or their belongings or their property or anything like that. And I get that. But so it's just made it very hard for the few that do care and that are genuine and kind and don't destroy other people's property and make messes. So anyway, we're going to move on to Leo. I'm going to get him out. He's a little butt sleeping in here, I think. Come here, Leo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Good boy. Is it Leo? He's also about 6 weeks now. Their mother was found crushed, I believe, by the park staff here under the park dumpster. So we don't know if she was already dead when the dumpster got set on her, or that's what killed her, or what. But she was found dead and under the dumpster. I'm not sure if I can even say that on YouTube. I think I can. Deceased, whatever, however you're supposed to say that. I apologize if I say the wrong things. I'm new to YouTube and trying to figure this out yet. So anyway, okay. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together, everyone. Like I said, I'm new at this. Trying not to have a bunch of pauses or ums in there, but evidently, I am. Anyway, hello, Belle. What you doing, honey? Come over here, baby. Let everybody see you. Come here. Let everybody see you, pretty girl. Everybody wants to see the pretty girl, yeah. Is that your baby? Now, Bella has never really gotten along with other animals. She's never really been around other animals much, other than us living in a tent in the woods, you know, throughout her life. And the entire time I've had her, I've been homeless. The only time we've really been inside was a couple weeks here or there. We've either had a hotel room or there was one time a lady brought us in, but her housing community actually made her kick us out because we were homeless. But she was trying to bring us off the streets, so we technically weren't homeless anymore, but they weren't having it. And then they wanted to butt heads with her because she said, all right, I'll just pay and put him on the lease. And they actually said, well, to put him on the lease, we're going to charge you all this extra fees now. And they were hitting her with every fee they could imagine, and made it impossible almost for her, that was okay, not to be able to afford to put me on the lease. So, in other words, I was forced out, all because the people knew me from being homeless around the area for many years, and just associated me with all the other homeless drug addicts that don't give a crap. And, of course, everybody who knows me knows that's not me, and I'm a very trying, hard-working, if I can, person. But it's hard to work when you're physically and mentally unable to. And it makes it even harder when people discriminate, push you around, and don't even give you the opportunity to try to better yourself when you're trying so hard. So, all I ask for from anybody is the opportunity, and don't judge. And I don't think I'm going to let you down. So, I want to thank everybody for joining me on this video. I hope everybody's learned a little bit more about me, about Bella, about Leo, about Shadow, and we wish you all a very happy, safe, and healthy Sunday. God bless you all.